Hello, fragrance lovers. Today I'm gonna review 9 Indian made perfumes. Yes, 9 that have seriously impressed me, from smoky leathers to herbal freshness and cozy vanillas. These are my personal favorites that will bring something unique in your collection as well. Let's get into it. So, first up, EM5's Shri Bhairava. The opening hits you with this powerful whiskey and rum accord. It is rich, boozy, and intoxicating. So, as this one develops, you get that smoky oud, which is kind of like in that ashy territory, and you get leather. There is a good use of incense as well. The incense here is slightly sweet, which stays with you from the first spray itself and till the dry down. And together, this blend give Bhairav a very complex heart. Although I might add that I did get some cannabis notes as well when this transitioned into its heart. Then the base is rounded out by tobacco, some warm spices. You get that slight muskiness as well. I think the top note and the dry down is where this one shines. It's perfect for evening wear and cooler weathers. So, the performance on me, I got around a good solid 8 hours of longevity. With the initial 2 hours, the projection was loud, and that projection is amazing. I love the opening, the whiskey and rum accord, that powerful accord. They have used it tremendously well. It's a very mature DNA, so I don't think people below 25 are gonna love this. I personally wouldn't recommend this for someone who is below that 25 age bracket. So price, there is only an invite only kind of thing going on. You have to fill a certain form and they'll revert back with a link so that you can purchase this. But the price of this is mentioned in their website as well. This is around 2200 for 50 ml, and this is an extrait de parfum concentration. So believe me that 50 ml is gonna last, because you only need 2 or maximum 3 sprays of this one. So next up, another one from EM5, and that is Aghori. So EM5's Aghori is a special one for me because I absolutely fell in love with this one. The opening of this one hits hard. There is smoked oud again with tobacco and slight spiciness. I think it's from pepper. What I noticed when I was testing this was during its transition into the heart, this was surprisingly ashy, almost like cigarette kind of ash, and slightly synthetic. So that smokiness along with the myrrh and jasmine they have used gave it a very medicinal, smoky, ashy kind of heart. So the base settles into this dry, powdery sandalwood, ambery accord, giving it depth and an edgy finish. So during my testing, I found this was best for nights. This and Bhairav, by the way, is definitely not a date night scent. Bhairav and Aghori are the kind of DNA that you only apply when you want to make a statement. The performance, longevity on this one was impressive as well. I got another 8 hours with good projection. One thing I noticed during the testing of Aghori and Bhairav was this one I feel is much more refined. While Bhairav is a very tameable scent profile, this one is not tameable. This one hits you hard. So this one goes around that 1800 to 2000 kind of price range. This also comes in 50 ml and is in an extrait de parfum concentration. So believe me, you do not need to overspray this as well. 2 to 3 sprays are more than enough. So next up, Ajmal's Evoke Gold. Ajmal's Evoke Gold has always stood out for me, and not just because the decan looks like a mini Zerjov bottle, but because how this one performs, how they have blended this DNA. So straight up, neroli and pepper, you get a very herbal freshness in its opening. So when this goes into its heart, you get that iris, ambery, powdery, but much less sweeter than the one that was used in Prada L'Homme, which is an inspiration for this one. But this one, the orris and the amber that they have used, because it is less sweet compared to the one used in Prada L'Homme, this one feels much more masculine. And then when this one goes into its dry down, you get a blend of a very woody cedar and earthy patchouli kind of accords. So overall, I would say this feels very powdery, fresh, and very much wearable. This is a very versatile DNA, and it's a very solid one as well from Ajmal. So when I was testing this fragrance, I got around 6 to 8 hours of longevity with good projection, not loud, a decent one with a very good sillage. So the price of Evoke Gold is around that 2,700 to 3,000 kind of price range. And for that kind of price range, this one is a solid pick because it performs well, it is masculine, and it is inspired by a DNA which is absolutely loved by everyone because it is such an easier DNA to carry. It's very versatile. So next up, Neesh Tobacco Vanilla. Neesh Tobacco Vanilla is my favorite pick because it is a very comforting and cozy kind of DNA, and I absolutely love this one. So this one starts with that amazing sweet honey accord with slight fizziness from the ginger, and when it moves into its heart, you get this damp, wet, fermented tobacco with some resins. And when this one goes into its dry down, you get vanilla and tonka sweetness with slight spices together, creating a very warm, cozy kind of finish to this scent. So this one is perfect for colder weather, winter evenings, and casual outings with your friends. It's a very good DNA. It is inspired by Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanilla. See, this is an extrait the parfum concentration. So my problem with this one was this didn't last long as I would have liked. They have made a very good refined blend. I only got around 6 hours of longevity on this one. Make no mistake, they have blended this one amazingly well. It's a very refined blend. My only problem is this didn't perform well, especially for the price that this comes around. So the price of this for 50 ml is 5,400 or 5,500. I paid somewhere around that price bracket. And for that price, the performance could have been much better. But overall, this is a very good DNA. It's a very nicely blended perfume from an Indian house. So next up, the much hyped up Beardo's Whisky Smoke. So Beardo's Whisky Smoke lives up to its name. The whiskey and tobacco opening is bold, and it is quickly followed up with this vanilla, cinnamon kind of spicy heart. Then when it goes into its dry down, they have used sandalwood, oud, and leather. I didn't get leather much, but the sandalwood and oud were prominent in this one. So overall, I would say it's a very smoky, boozy, slightly herbal kind of DNA, which is very much suited for night times. You can wear this for your formal meetings and stuff because this one is a very good DNA, surprisingly well blended DNA. So the performance, I got around 5 to 6 hours of longevity, which is decent, and for the price that this one comes, I think the performance was good. So the price of this one, you get 100 ml for 400 rupees. I got this 50 ml for around 200 or something like that. This definitely is a must have in your fragrance wardrobe because for 400 rupees, this is a very well blended DNA. So next up, Beardo's G&T, which is I think gin and tonic or something like that. So Beardo's G&T is a very clean, fresh, citrusy, bright fragrance. So this opens up with a very bright, crisp, citrusy, zesty note. You get a good amount of citrus from that lime and mandarin that they have used. And then when this one transitions into its heart, you get this herbal, woody kind of accord, keeping this one refreshing and casual. So I use this one mostly during daytimes. It's a very daytime kind of scent DNA. It's a very clean, fresh, energetic DNA. You can definitely use this as your daily wear. So performance, I got around 5 to 6 hours of longevity on this one, which was surprising because the blend is good. This can definitely be your daily driver. So the price, you can get this for that 1000 to 1400 kind of price range. It's available on Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra, or even your local stores. It's not a mature DNA. Even the younger audience can use this one. So you can use this as your college, school, office, any kind of situation. So next up, Studio West, Sage and Rosemary. So Sage and Rosemary is all about that herbal brightness. In the opening, you get this mandarin apple accord. Then when this goes into its heart, you get this slight spiciness of cinnamon and sage. And when this one goes into its base, you get a very light sandalwood accord, which feels very cozy. So overall, this is a very garden fresh kind of DNA. This one is also a very easy to wear DNA. You can use this as your daily driver. You can use this as your office scent. If you are a college going person, you can use this. You can use this as your casual outings kind of scent. It's a very good DNA. It's a very fresh DNA. Another daytime DNA. This is not a nighttime DNA. Definitely not. This has a slight Fujier touch to it as well because of that herbs. So performance of this one, I got around 5 to 6 hours of longevity, which was decent. This is priced around that 1100 to 1300 kind of price range. Do check Studio West, Sage and Rosemary. So next up, Wildstone's Edge. Look at this cute bottle. I bought a gift set of this one. So Wildstone Edge is a simple, easygoing, fresh, citrusy kind of DNA. This is also a very hyped up fragrance because this DNA is somewhat similar to Rasasi's Havas or Havas Ice. Although when you spray this and when you compare it side by side, you can feel that in Rasasi's Havas you have a much more prominent bubblegummy sweetness, and there is a certain level of refinement to Rasasi's Havas. So this one opens up with lemon and slight herbal green undertones as well, and when it transitions into its heart, you get a very woody and ambery kind of accord. Although I didn't like the dry down on this one, I would say this one is perfect for people who are starting their fragrance journey and they need something reliable for their day-to-day wear. It's a very solid DNA, although I would still say for people who are into this fragrance game or who have tried Rasasi's Havas or Havas Ice, they would not find this one close to it because this is synthetic compared to Rasasi's Havas and Havas Ice. It is much less sweeter. And the dry down, I don't think the dry down is good on this one compared to Rasasi's Havas and Havas Ice. So the price, you get Wildstone's Edge 100 ml for 350 rupees. And for that kind of price, I think this one is a solid DNA to have in your fragrance wardrobe. The performance, I'll be very honest, the performance is not good. It is decent. I got around 3 to 4 hours of longevity on this one, but I wouldn't cry much because for 350 rupees for 100 ml, I think this one would be a solid pick. You can use this as your daily driver or your office or college fragrance. You can use this for casual outings as well. It's a good DNA. Lastly, Wildstone's Forest Spice. This one starts off with a very bright, citrusy bergamot and lemon kind of accord with slight herbal undertones as well. Then when this one goes into its heart, you get this slight spiciness from cinnamon and a very woody accord. And when it goes into its dry down, you get slightly woody and vanilla kind of sweetness from this one. So overall, I would say this is a very citrusy, woody, slightly earthy kind of scent profile. I would say this is a daytime DNA. It is a very versatile DNA. This can be used all year round. It is bold, it is spicy, it is fresh, it is clean, it is herbal. So the performance I got from this was similar to Wildstone Edge. I would say this one performs slightly better, 4 hours to 4 to 5 hours. So price, you can get 100 ml of Wildstone's Forest Spice for around 300 to 400 rupees. So do check Wildstone's Forest Spice. It's a very good fragrance to have if you are starting your fragrance journey. So there you have it. 9 Indian fragrances that I personally experienced and I personally loved because of the unique profiles and affordability. So comment down below which one suits your personality, the bold Bhairav or the smoky Aghori or the fresh GNT from Beardo. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe because we are growing as a community. Slowly but surely. Hit that bell icon for more honest reviews on fragrances, and let's grow this community together and talk about fragrances in a way that everyone can understand. Scent of the day family, this was the Indian scent story. Yours is next. Until then, stay fragrant and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Love you all. Goodbye.